Hi guys, I'm Tanya and welcome to my channel, The Donkey Business. Today I am here to talk about two brothers and how much I love their production and what they do in the American film industry, followed by recommending 4 or 5 of their films and why you should follow these brothers. So today I'm going to be talking about the Duplass brothers, which is Mark Duplass and Jay Duplass. Basically, the Duplass brother production is an American independent feature film and television studio. Now, these two brothers are actors, directors, writers, and producers. Talking about why I like them, I think what they invest in art is really good to watch. They don't stick to one genre. For me, I think they are very strong when it comes to comedy, but they don't stick to one genre. What I like about it, whenever they come up with something, there's a new flavor for the audience, so then all kind of audience which watches different genres can resonate with them, and they mix 2-3 genres together and make a film out of it, which I feel is a lot for the audience to grasp in one film. Like, I have seen movies which are emotional but also funny, horror but also funny, which is coming from them, and I think it is a very good way of creating different flavors of genre in one film. And they're not only like good directors and writers, I think that Mark Duplass is also a really good actor. He has amazing screen timing, especially comic. He's very good on screen and very comfortable. It's always nice to watch him. And apart from that, I think the writing is also really nice. And what I love about their movies is that it's a simple story, simply shown, but still there is so much drama that you're just drawn to the characters and you feel so emotional to each one of them. And it's just like a very nice way of connecting with your audience, and that's what I feel about most of the movies that they invest their time, energy, money in. So in this vlog, so these are Duplass brothers and I am highly obsessed with them these days. I'm watching a lot of their content, and now I'm going to recommend you 5 movies which they have acted in or written or directed or distributed or produced, but they are into it somehow. Mostly I've tried to target movies in which they have creatively also been a part of and not just acting. So these 5 recommendations, I hope you like them and you learn something out of it as well. The first movie that I want to talk to you all about is called The One I Love. It released in 2014 and is produced and distributed by the Duplass brothers. Mark Duplass has also acted in it along with Elizabeth Moss, and the movie is directed by Charlie McDowell. So the movie is basically about this couple, Mark and Elizabeth, who are going through a very rough patch in their marriage, and they have this therapist who they go to. Okay, now this therapist tells them to go to this house for like a weekend getaway and like get their relationship sorted. So they go to this house, and the movie starts very like comic and like very like a romance and drama film, which is like very light-hearted. Now when they go to this house, they go through some surreal experience which turns into a thrill and turns into something which is super confusing. Okay, now even as an audience I was like, wait, what is happening? I can understand the characters are confused between, like, because they're going through that situation, but even as an audience I was like, what is happening? And I don't exactly know what I'm watching, but whatever I'm watching is very interesting. So it's very interesting to see that the movie had a flip from like a comedy film to like a proper thriller confusing film, and the atmosphere created by the director was also very good. The movie has like a really mysterious element and it stays with you till the very end, and the energy that he creates and the kind of mystery that he creates, you really want to reach the end to see what is happening with this couple, because you just cannot sit through the film. So I really recommend The One I Love. People are calling it a masterpiece and the best movie ever. I don't think it's a masterpiece and the best movie ever from the Duplass brothers, but I really enjoyed watching this film and I highly recommend The One I Love. The second movie that I want to talk to you all about is called Paddleton, which is one of my favorite movies from this list. I think it is a very well made, simple movie available on Netflix and released in 2019, written by Lehman and Mark Duplass, produced by the Duplass brothers, and Mark Duplass has also acted in the film. There is a reason why I love these brothers. They're just amazing. So the story is basically about 2 neighbors. Okay, now these 2 neighbors, there's no love relation with them, there's no like hate relation between them, there's no family relation between them. It's a human connection relation which people have with their neighbors. Okay, there are 2 guys. The younger one gets diagnosed with cancer, and the story is basically about how both of them are coping up with this situation and making him go through cancer. The film sounds very serious, but the way they're shot is so simple. It has such underlying comic timing that you're feeling so bad for the characters, but at the same time you're just laughing because it's just like so adorable how they are together. You know, the thing that I loved the most about this movie was the human connection that they had. It's very difficult to find people, like two human beings, just connect on a different level where they are literally not getting anything out of each other. This film is so good, so well made, so well acted, and I want to give a special shout out to Ray Romano. You have won my heart and my respect in this film. You have acted like a gem. I don't know what to say, and I have just fallen in love with this movie a little extra only because of how he was on screen. Like, Mark Duplass is always good, but Ray Romano in this film just was so good. Like, at the last scene, I have wept like a baby. I have cried so much. And you know, there are movies where you don't realize that you're a part of it, but you're a part of it. This is that film where you're just like a part of their life. It's like you're living with them. It's like you're their neighbor too, you know. And it's just a really simple, nice, amazing film that please watch it before Netflix takes it down, and I hope that it does not take it down. The third series that I want to recommend to you guys is called Room 104, which I watched a long time ago on Disney, and is basically, I think, a really smart series. Okay, it is produced by the Duplass brothers and HBO, and what I like about the series is its concept. It's basically about like a lot of kind of people who check into this motel. It's definitely not a hotel, it's a motel, and they check into room 104, and what happens with them in room 104 is the story. Every episode is obviously different. It's like a 20-30 minute episode, and every episode has like new actors, there's new flavor of story. There are a lot of genres. It's like thrillers, horror, funny, musical. There's literally everything, and everything happens in room 104. What a concept. Just watch the first episode of the first season and you will know what I am talking. Like, the first episode of the first season was too good. It was great and I loved it. And I think it is a very crazy concept, and I highly recommend Room 104. Of course, there are like 4 seasons and too many episodes, and all are not good, but there are more than a few episodes that will come out from the series which you would definitely love, and thank me for recommending it to you. The fourth movie that I want to talk to you all about is a movie that I just watched very recently called Baghead. It is available on Amazon Prime, but I don't know if it's available on Amazon Prime India. Honestly, whenever I go on Google and I Google a film, it says available on Amazon Prime, but it's never in India. Like, you have to subscribe to Lionsgate. I don't know what's wrong with like this subscription that you're doing all the time. Is really fucked up. Like, where all am I supposed to subscribe? I don't understand. Anyway, so Lionsgate, okay, is a very cool film which is directed, written and distributed by the Duplass brothers, both of them. And these two men are bloody genius, man. This film is so cool. They've not acted in it, but they are a part of it creatively. And the film is about 4 people. They're aspiring actors, directors, and one of their colleagues, like a 5th person, becomes like he makes a film which becomes really good. So then they get very encouraged about his success, and they go to this weekend getaway where they want to write a script, and then they want to act in it, and they want to make an entire film and then give it to a producer, basically to become famous. So they go and they write a script and all, and then when they're at this weekend getaway, these 4 people prank each other, which leads to horror, which leads to comedy, which leads to drama, which leads to scare, which leads to death, which leads to accident, which leads to breakup, patch up, love. Basically everything that 4 friends can go through in a matter of 2 or 3 days. Like, there was so many kind of emotions and adrenaline rush that I was going through while watching the film. It's so light-hearted but still scary, and so dramatic, and so sad, and so happy, that it was too good. And what I love about the film is the way they shot it. It was very like documented. Like it's like someone, like a 5th person, is just like shooting in the camera, and then are just like jump cuts and like, you know, zoom ins of the characters, and it does not look like a very high budget film where they shot 4 scene 5 stand here. It was not like that. It was very naturally shot, which are what I loved the most about the film. It's a very cool film. It's fun to watch, and try to watch this film with your friends because it is a proper friend film. And I highly recommend Baghead. I think it's a very cool movie and I enjoyed watching it. Also because it comes from the Duplass brothers, I just like it a little more. So yeah, please watch Baghead as well. The fifth film that I want to talk to you all about is one of my favorite, also from the list. I think it is my favorite, and then second comes Paddleton. This one is called Blue Jay, which is available on Netflix. And this movie is about love, about two grown-up people, about breakup, about heartbreak, about moments, about conversations, about everything. And you know, for me it is very difficult to explain this film because I don't want to spoil it for everyone. It's just like, go and watch it, enjoy it, finish it, and come and thank me. That's what the film is. The way this movie is shot, acted, how it makes you feel is just so bloody perfect that I have no words, to be honest. And both the protagonists in the film are just too good. This is the movie that made me Google Mark Duplass, and that's how I got obsessed with what all he does. I think this was also his debut writing, if I'm not wrong. And this movie is basically not a movie, it's a feeling, it's a saga, it's a perfect romantic heartbreak movie, black and white, perfectly shot, with some really nice dialogues and conversations about two adult who were former lovers. It's just a movie that you should watch without thinking. Just start watching it. I don't even want to say what the movie is about, just go and watch it. So these are 5 movies which I wanted to recommend from the Duplass brothers. I think they're great, and I'm going to add more of their films in my recommendation list when I talk about world cinema and cinema in general. But this is what I wanted to do today. So thank you so much for watching my video. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and please go and follow Duplass brothers work. I think they're great and you will love everything that they do, and you will definitely